Another weekend on the horizon, which means another Saints game, preseason game number 2 for New Orleans on the West Coast against the LA Chargers coming up on Sunday, a little after 6 o'clock. Now, something to follow in this game. There's a lot of different directions I could have gone here. I wanted to kind of talk about Derek Carr and the offense and how good they looked, specific guys in the defense. I want to see a little bit more from certain guys, though, before we kind of dive into those topics. What is so pressing for me is something we've talked about, I feel like, ad nauseum on Game Time recently, is Zack Baun in that linebacker 3 position. Who is going to take it? Is it Baun? Is it Anfernee Orji, who they flirted with signing but haven't signed yet? Or maybe Anfernee Orji, the rookie out of Vanderbilt who wears number 58. Here's something if you missed it. He was the second highest rated rookie for this past week by Pro Football Focus, rookie defender. Only behind Elias Ricks, the Eagles corner, who had a pick 6. When you do that, you're going to be number 1, obviously. Former LSU player, too. Interesting enough. Now, Orji was right behind number 2, and he really looked impressive in the preseason game. He had 4 tackles. He's 6'2", 230, just a really good athlete. The question for me is the same question I have with Zack Baun. Can he be a dual-threat linebacker? Can he stuff the run, rush the pass, and cover? So I want to watch out this week specifically for Orji to find out if he could be that guy. Big 58. Can he cover a running back? Can he cover a tight end? Because Zack Baun didn't show me he could do it in this first game, and he hasn't shown that he could do it in any of the games he's played so far in New Orleans. There was one play, and I talked about it in the last episode, where the running back went out on a play-action pass, and he was 3 steps behind. And again, this is a top-tier athlete. There's no reason why he should be 3 steps behind a running back on a play like that. Beat for a 12-yard gain. Can Orji use his athleticism and whatever he's taken from this system, maybe it's just his mental instincts as a football player, to stop routes like that? Because here's the deal, guys. Demario Davis, he didn't play week 1. I don't know how much he's going to play in the preseason. Who cares? I mean, he's a Pro Bowl linebacker, all-pro every year. He's a stud. Pete Werner did well while he was on the sideline this past week, and Werner's going to be your linebacker too. Those spots are solidified, but this ties in well with what we talked about to open up the show today, LSU football's depth. The Saints have a depth crisis on their hands as well, and it's at this linebacker spot. Because Caden Ellis is now with the Falcons. He's no longer here. He was a really good player at that LB3 spot last year. And you thought Zack Baun would just slide right in, right? The former 3rd-round pick in 2020. But he hasn't, and he just hasn't shown the ability to fulfill the role you need and to earn that second contract with New Orleans. And he could certainly still do that in weeks 2, weeks 3, weeks 4 of the preseason here, and then, of course, into the regular season, assuming he gets the opportunities. But the start wasn't promising. But when you see a guy like Orji getting rated so highly as a rookie, I mean, that's very promising. So I urge you to watch out for Orji in this second game. Number 58, Baun wears number 53. Just watch those two. Baun's probably going to play a lot of the snaps early in the game. Just take notes or just take mental notes of what you see from him, what you like, what you don't like, and then watch Orji when he plays, which will probably be the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarters. Maybe he gets some first-team reps. I mean, if he played like he did against the Chiefs, he'll certainly earn some of those. And just think about who you would rather have at that linebacker spot. Specifically, again, the coverage. That's the biggest question for me. Baun was good against the run. He had a handful of tackles, even had a sack. That's not the question. As a linebacker, you got to be able to do both. Stop a run, rush the passer, and cover. That's what's going to earn you money. That's what's going to win you football games. If you have the ability to play a multiple defense, not just go straight nickel. When you bring an extra cornerback into the game, take out a linebacker. Because when you play nickel defense, teams are more inclined to run the football because you've got a guy that weighs less, and can't stop the run as well as a linebacker would. But if you've got that dual threat linebacker that can stop the run, rush the passer, I guess it's a triple threat, and cover, you're good. So between Orji or Baun, you hope you have that. Otherwise, you don't, and you'll have to go to free agency and get an Anfernee Orji or somebody else to fulfill that role, kind of like you're doing with running back, to find what you need at that position. But you'd rather just develop the guys you've already got on your roster. You've got 2 options here, maybe some others as well. One of the 2 have to pan out. So 2 number 50s to watch this week. 53 Baun and then 58 Orji. And let's come back and circle back to this topic after the Saints play the Chargers and we'll recap who we thought played better. But between those two guys, the Saints need a linebacker 3. So we'll find out who it is.